I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. Meet him again. I don't mind. No, Alan, put your wallet away. Meet him again. I don't mind. No, Alan, put your wallet away. Meet him again. I don't mind. 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 Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind.
Good morning. We're running late, but we're sounding great. So, good morning, Al.
Huh? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and whatever. Good morning,
sorry?
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alive, and I'm here.
I'm alive. We woke up this morning, so that's a positive. So yeah, a good win. It felt like a win. A good result on Saturday against Liverpool.
And a well-deserved one in a sense, but if not. Better,
yeah, really. Absolutely. I mean, I thought we were actually disappointed to walk away without 3 points.
I think that's 4 years in a trot. They've scored a goal, at least one goal against us that's sort of like taken a deflection or been a complete fumble by the keeper or an own goal or whatever. So,
let me just close my. Hang on, I've got a couple of windows open that are beeping. I don't want to be distracted by our fans. That's what we do. That's what we do it for, isn't it, Al? We do it for the fans. We do it for our I don't know. It's too early. I'm still
audience.
For our audience. That's right. For our audience. Yes. For our audience, our loving audience. This is why. Thanks, Kuva. I just gave you a like for managing to launch the show. I mean, yeah, it was touch and go, chaps. If I'm honest, there was no link. Rez was in bed. We had to wake him up. I still don't think he knows what day it is or anything else. But yeah, we're here. We're with you. It's 10 past 10 nearly. So yeah, it's what could happen is probably going to happen, and what doesn't happen won't happen. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, something like that. I wish it was. Right, Liverpool won, Spurs won, and no, that's not a typo. So yeah, I mean, look, Jurgen Klopp's very salty with his post-match comments. What did you think on that, Al?
Well, I think someone put on Twitter yesterday about the match stats for when they won the Champions League. And it had something like Tottenham had 65%, Liverpool had 35%. So does that mean that they played the similar sitting back, when it come to once they got the goal? I mean, we sat back. We had to play to our strengths. And at the end of the day, we can't go gung ho like Liverpool because we haven't got the squad to do it.
Well, no, of course.
You play to your strengths. That's what football's about. There's no one simple way of playing football. If it was, otherwise, who knows what the scores would be every week.
And I think Conte's response. I don't know what you saw. Conte said he can say what he wants. We played how we had to play. It is naive to think that there's ever a way football should or shouldn't be played. My players did their job. His players didn't. I'm very proud.
Yeah. Klopp whinges about everything. Klopp whinges about every time they play a midweek game and they have to kick off at 12:30.
Yeah.
BT done him a favour. They moved the fixture for 7 hours for him.
Yeah.
When BT do their fixtures, it's 12:30. Hold on a minute. We played at 7:45 in the evening. It makes it harder for our fans to get there and get home.
Yeah, and then there was the comment about Oh, no wonder no side has won the quadruple based on the amount of fixtures that we have to play. Well, I'm sorry, mate. If you go deep into all the tournaments, you're going to have to play more fixtures.
Yeah.
For me, it's like saying if you score more goals than the opposition, you're going to win the game of football. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you have to. To be honest with you, it's like I don't know how much strength in his squad he was using during the Carabao Cup, but he got to the final, and he might use stronger players towards it. That's his choice. That's that. To be honest with you, compared to most of Europe, that Carabao Cup is the only extra fixtures our clubs play to any others. A few leagues play a couple less league fixtures
Yep.
because they go down to 18. But so that's 4 more fixtures we play. But they will always play. It's only that Carabao Cup that gets, and I think that to get to the final, you have to win 4 games or 5 games.
Yeah.
So really, is it that many more?
No.
If you
Well,
don't want to play that many, if you don't want to play that many fixtures, drop out once the stages. Don't play as many in the stages of the Champions
yeah.
League. Just give it up.
Exactly. I mean, I just thought, with the that it was very disappointing from someone that you sat sit when they scored and he was celebrating and punching the air. I was just like, mate, okay. Look, I think a draw was a fair result. I'm not going to take that away from Liverpool. I think it would have been unfair if we'd lost, but I think a draw was a fair result. But the way they were he was celebrating when got a deflected goal. It's like they scored a worldie, and all of those. What I'm looking forward to is that Champions League final when Real Madrid, they're all talking about revenge and everything else, but that Real Madrid side doesn't know when it's beaten, so it's going to be a hell of a final, and he'll probably blame it on the temperature, the I don't know, the condensation, any sort of thing if they lose. So yeah.
Every time it don't go his way, it's an excuse. Instead of putting it in layman's terms, in a sense of, well, this is what happened on the day it didn't happen. But no, he has to use an excuse for the errors.
Yeah,
it's just pathetic.
It's a bit, yeah. It's like the Villa game and the media. Oh well, I can't. Tottenham were lucky. Well, actually, when's someone going to come out and say Tottenham, the only side in the league to be undefeated against arguably not only the 2 best teams in the league, the 2 best teams in Europe, and the 2 best teams potentially in the world, right? So, come on, at least give us some bloody credit where credit's due. Not sit there and say it's luck or it's this or they didn't turn up or the wind or whatever reason it is, right? I feel that it was just a little bit unlucky with results going the other way. Leeds decided they didn't want to turn up yesterday and just gifted Arsenal the win.
That smelt that game. I mean,
another game where it smelt. The Chelsea game was the same.
The keeper gave it away so easily, and don't get me wrong. I thought the second goal was quite a good goal. They worked the second goal quite well, but the Luke Ayling tackle.
Yeah, mental.
Why is he chasing the bloke down in the corner? Yeah, chase to try and catch up because he's out of position. But why did he have to go like that? Oh, well, 1 minute. We're talking about Luke Ayling, yeah? The ex-Arsenal player. No, he wouldn't get sent off to help his old team, would he? Because, I mean, he surely would want to help Leeds stay up.
Well, yeah, who knows? But look, I think that what I was interested about in that challenge yesterday was that he got booked for it, and then VAR had a look at it. Why didn't VAR look at Fabinho elbowing Son in the face? Because for me, that's a red card.
Why didn't the ref book him twice in the first half?
Well, exactly. There was 5. 5 counter-attacks, all stopped by Fabinho, and he only got booked once. And arguably, the booking that he got, he should have been
Was a
sent
red.
off for, because that was a clear forearm to the face.
Yeah.
And I don't, if that had been the other way around, we all know
Oh, yeah.
what would have happened, right? It would have been a red card to,
That's what I said on. That's what I
Bentancur
said
or
on Thursday night. When you got that 12 man in the crowd, sometimes it puts pressure on the ref. They give decisions the team way, and
yeah,
it happens. It happens, That's why we need to get behind the team 200% on Thursday.
yeah.
I mean, I think I'll even let you sing a bit, to try and
You'll
help.
let me sing, will you?
Yeah,
Well,
I'll let you sing.
that is very generous of you, Al.
You're okay, mate. I shall tell the stewards, look, I'm looking after him.
Yeah.
I'm his carer.
Really, he's the one with he's got a bit of a screw loose.
Yeah,
Don't say anything because it's all going to kick off. Just let him go, let him get involved, and that's it.
exactly.
But yeah, guys in the chat, thank you for joining us. Anyone else, if you could just gently caress that like button. We are 12 now away from 500 subscribers. So I don't know what you were doing on the watch along, Rez, but you didn't get any more subscribers apart from 1 or 2. So I'm very disappointed. I might have
We
to.
was only 11 last night, so we've lost one this morning.
Oh, well, we've lost one. Okay, so it looks like for the Burnley game, I'm going to have to go on and promise some ridiculous forfeit for the Burnley game to excel us into the higher echelons of the four-digit subscriber pool. Jesus, I feel like I've swallowed Rez's dictionary. It's like Rez is here. Kuva, I have had a coffee. I'm drinking lemon squash. You are absolutely correct. Other squash flavors are available for your drinking pleasure. And Al has already had his toast.
Toast, because I didn't think it was going to happen, so I had to eat.
So unfortunately, although you feel that that's a betrayal of your vast fanatic viewership, as always on Shelfside Spurs, we don't give a shit. And
we do love you,
Bear,
though. We love you all.
Grumpy Bear needed his marmalade, so
Early.
I didn't want to come on here. And if we had seen Al, if you'd have seen Al with the amount of messages, I've banned him to 10 messages a day. He's already used 9 of them. Are we going on? Where's the link? I need to eat my toast. So we had to let Al eat his toast because unfortunately it would have just been me here on my own. Or Coover, I'd have had the bat phone. It would have been sending the message into the sky. Coover, we need you. Al's gone AWOL again. So yeah. But yeah, let's get into the lineup. So we played 3-4-3. People were worried. People were talking. I mean, well, I say we played 3-4-3. We effectively played 5-4-1 for a majority of the game. But yeah, Al, Hugo's performance. What did you think of his performance at the weekend? And everyone in the chat as well. Everyone in the chat as well. What you rated him, or gave him a score out of 10, or what you thought of the players' performance?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, with our defending, and I think I'm talking about Tottenham Hotspur here, right? With our defending,
we're talking about Hugo here, Al.
I know, but our defending, Hugo, I think only touched the ball 3 times, other than goal kicks. And one of them was to get the ball at the net, which wasn't his fault. He made some good catches towards it. Yeah, he dominated the area a little bit better in the second half. But he never had. He made a good save, but I wouldn't have thought that it was. I don't think it was a serious save he had to make on the one from the first half.
Yep.
But other than that, we blocked everything. Everything was blocked.
Yeah. So Hugo, for me, there wasn't that. There wasn't those floaty balls that came from another player that got us into trouble.
Oh yeah, I apologise. I must admit, he did do a couple of bad. His passing was a little bit still. He put Dyer or Romero in a couple of places occasionally, and that throw to Salah. I mean, Hugo could have had an assist for a goal
Yeah,
against us, But yeah, other than that, as I say, I thought
yeah.
he's
There was
just
that
done
save.
well.
Was it the save from Diaz? That one that he pushed away. That was
Yeah,
the only thing that I can remember him really doing
yeah.
of note. But this next person, oh my god, the for me, he was the man of the match. Emerson, the best game that he's had in a Spurs shirt, the best game that he's probably ever had in his life, and the best game based on how good he is. Not compared to it, like you were saying about Hugo. The goalkeeper's job is to stop goals going in. Obviously, Emerson sometimes he doesn't know he's on the football pitch. So, yeah, I mean, I thought for me he was, he did a fantastic job. Yes, there was still elements of hitting the ball out when he should have left it for a corner.
Yeah, but I think you need a shout bell sometimes to make sure that's confirmed, And at the end of the day, I'm not being funny. That cop make a lot of noise. If a player,
Yeah.
if another player shouts, he might not have heard it even.
So yeah, I mean, look, I think he didn't have to do much going forward because we know he can't cross the ball. There was obviously that one pass that he misplayed, he overhit, and there were a couple of crosses that he put in that you were like,
Yeah,
oh my god, it was
yeah.
Emerson that just did that. So,
He,
um,
I
you
don't
know,
think any player gets across player gets across perfectly every time. I mean, so like you found Kane with a good one. Kane didn't make an effort of it.
I'll tell
He,
you who
he,
I like, Al, and I watched the second leg of the playoff final yesterday. Obviously, Troy Parrott was playing for MK Dons and scored.
was the final score in the end?
1-0 MK Dons, so
Oh,
Wickham went through.
Wickham
So
went
that's
through.
good. So maybe there will be a trip to Wembley in 2 weeks' time. Depending if we get enough tickets. There was only 2,000 tickets that MK Dons gave in a 38,000 seater stadium. So there was
Right.
talking of salty clubs, franchise FC. But there was a player there for MK Dons, and I'm not saying for one moment that you know he would come straight into our first team because he wouldn't. But Twine, their number 9, he can ping a ball and he can take a free kick. And there was a lot of pressure yesterday put under from him in particular, and you could see that he was. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he looked quite young. So it probably fits into Levy's one for the future. Um, but yeah, I think he could be quite good. And obviously, it's nice to see Troy Parrott getting minutes and scoring. But again, I don't see him coming in. But Romero for me, or Romero for you, Al. What did you think of Romero's performance?
First off, defensively very solid. Passing very scary. It
Yeah,
was like him and he'd swap places with Loris. You know, this is how you pass. If go and do it like that, this way, and he was wrong. He put us under pressure. I mean, as I say, going back to Klopp's moaning, we created their ball 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 possession because of misplaced passing.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was probably one of his poorer games or poorest game.
But
Uh,
second half, he was a rock. Second half, he
yeah,
was a
yeah,
rock.
yeah. Davis, yeah, Davis for you was. I don't know, right? So obviously there was that block, right? That like came out of nowhere, and we'll take Davis before we take Dyer. But I don't know. I was a little bit confused, a little bit about getting man match. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe
I
my
think
phone. I don't know. I don't know. I kept jumping out of the room. I was very nervous. So I had to pause it. I don't know what you thought,
we
Al,
made a
about
couple.
Davis.
We made a couple of vital blocks. I think It wasn't just the one. He made a couple of vital blocks, but that's what they're there for, isn't
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you take, we talk about Dyer. I don't. Again, he was turning his bloody back,
Still
and
cleared a lot
everything
in
else.
here, though. He still cleared a lot
Yeah,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah. And
Him
look,
and
I think the
him,
defense,
Emerson and
the, def-
Royale.
the defense as a unit, I thought were fantastic. They went and did their job. Yes, we knew they were going to come at us. Um, you know, then I think that then we were just I just thought that we just as a defence we did it. My one concern was Cess though. He doesn't look like, and I know Rez spoke about it on We Are Tottenham TV with my love Danny, and that he doesn't give 100%. Because he's worried, maybe in the back of his mind, he's worried that he's going to break down. I don't know what you thought about Cess.
To be honest with you, I heard a little bit of criticism about him, but other than Salah, when Salah turned him and he got booked for it, I thought Cess kept Salah pretty quiet.
Yeah, but actually that was the he knew he had to do that, right? So he
Yeah,
knew if he didn't do something there, Salah was through.
yeah.
So actually,
But for
I would
most of
say
the game,
maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago, he probably wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have
no.
taken the booking, and he Liverpool potentially would have gone on, gone and scored, and then
Yeah,
opened. So I think Cess, there was that attack where you thought take a risk, go for it, and he just kind of held back as if he's just not playing at 100%
yeah,
because he's worried that his body's going to break down. Um,
yeah,
and I think look, obviously he set up the assist for Sonny. The intentions were good. If you watch it back, he actually mishits it into the ground, but who cares? It's the easiest goal that Sonny's going to score. And yeah, and so onto the midfield hours. So I guess if we take Bentancur and Højbjerg together in that two, what did you think of both of them? I mean, I
Benton,
thought personally, Højbjerg looked the best out of the two of them. I don't
yeah.
know.
Worst
I don't know
game.
what you're thinking.
I think that's Bentancur's worst game. I think I don't think he controlled the pace of the game at all. He looked like a rabbit lost in headlights. He just don't get me wrong. He's still done these bits and pieces, but he just if it weren't Romero playing a bad pass, it was him playing a bad pass and
Yeah,
getting us into trouble.
yeah.
Um, he seemed to be too lackadaisical, if that's the right word.
Wow. Look at us. Look at us with our long words.
Yeah.
Rez, you're having an effect on us.
But he did when it comes to sort of like his passing, it was just he wasn't putting the effort into a pass. It was just sort of like he was tapping it back rather than making sure it was getting back.
Yeah.
But
And what about that? What about that Højbjerg chance right at the end? You just wanted everyone was just wanting him to hit the target.
Mate, I still have nightmares about something that happened quite a long time ago, and that brings back memories.
Okay, kids, if you're
Stupid.
listening, if you're listening, don't have nightmares. It's like Crime Watch at the end. Don't have nightmares. Al, don't have nightmares. I mean, look, I could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to pass it to Kane to smash it in. Where the cross necessary, there wasn't enough pace on it, but I guarantee if he'd got it on target, then got it sort of bottom or top left or right on the goal, I don't see Alisson saving that. So yeah, I thought it was it was just kind of like you said, it was just a bit like he froze, and that was that was it, unfortunately. And I think that's where the disappointment comes, where we could have walked away with 3 points, and we were disappointed that we didn't walk away with 3 points when actually a lot of people were thinking, like with Man City, we were going to get absolutely battered. So yeah, Kulusevski.
Well, some of us had faith, didn't we? Some
We
of us
had
faith.
faith.
You went for
We
a
had
draw.
faith.
You went for a draw. I actually went for a 1-0. So if it hadn't been for that deflection, I might have been right.
Yeah. Nearly right. There was nearly a 90-something minute winner. It nearly worked. If
Yeah,
Foybe had done it right, it would have been not a 90-odd minute winner.
yeah.
But look, I think the next person we were. I guess there was a lot of debate pre-game about whether Kulusevski was going to start, whether he was going to come on and have an impact like he did at Leicester. But for me, this guy, this player, come at 21 years old, going to his first game at Anfield, under the lights, like everyone was saying, and again for me, another solid performance. His footballing brain is astonishing, and that he's quick. He's not the quickest, but he knows when to. Some of the touches and some of the it was just
Yeah,
insane. I don't know
and
what
it
you
was
thought.
lovely. It was lovely the way he left Robertson on the floor stranded. That was like,
Well, the fact is, Robertson had to come off because Robertson couldn't do anything down that right hand side. Now
no.
I know that obviously Kulusevski was dropping in, Romero was dropping in to pick up and helping Emerson. Oh, we got a visitor. Who's in the
No,
room?
she just Mrs. Harris has just come in, or Mrs. L came in and gone back out again.
Oh, okay. We didn't get for all those viewers, little tease there. They thought, oh, we're gonna have some vocals from Mrs. Al. We have a little wave in the camera. No, she just
She's
she just
blanking us.
she's blanking us. Unbelievable. Morning, Mrs. Allen. Yeah, so I think that's that. Kane, again, another game where he was, kind of quiet. I don't, I think teams have worked out what they need to do to kind of keep him quiet. I didn't think he was, there was a couple of times he had that chance and he just kind of didn't hit it first time. But look, I think we, I don't. Oh, they want to wait. We want to wave. Okay. Oh, we've got a performance as well. Oh, brilliant. What's she got in her hand, Al? She hasn't got a knife, has she?
No, that's a comb. She's just washed her hair.
Oh,
Hence the
okay.
big wet patch there.
Oh, okay. We got an appearance from Mrs. Al. I hope she's well and feeling better. But yeah, I think look with Kane, I don't think I think look it's not a time to be critical, but I just think we need to see the Kane coming out against the filth on Thursday, because he does like to score against Arsenal, and then Sonny.
With Kane, we are forgetting to I mean, he was the one up front most of the time, and you had Konate or Van Dijk, and then every time he did control the ball, he was the one being fouled most of the time by Fabinho.
Yeah.
And I say that one he got caught on the ankle. I thought that should have been the first yellow.
Yeah.
So it was very hard. He had so many players. He had 3 or 4 players around him every time he was trying to bring the ball down and control it. So he never had the space. But he was, thanks to Kane and Emerson, we actually got the goal. Because if Emerson don't pump that ball from the place where he should have even been, Kane takes it down, controlled it, and calms the situation down, we don't get a goal. So, big ups to Kane for that.
Yeah, and Sonny now is 2 behind Salah. Probably the easiest goal he could have scored.
Hold on a minute though. No, he can't be that close to him because he don't take penalties, does he?
Well, he's actually the first. I read a stat. I can't remember what it was, but the first person since Gareth Bale to score 20 plus goals in a season without being a penalty taker. And I think Salah's got 5 penalties he's taken, scored, maybe. So yeah, so he's only 2 behind Salah. And yeah, I don't think if we get a penalty in the next 3 games, we're handing over penalty taking duties from Kane because for me,
the only way that would happen is if we're 3-0 up or something with 5 minutes to go. Then Kane might just say, "Go for it."
I don't know. I still don't think that. I still don't think it would happen, but you never know. The 3 subs. Obviously, Sanchez. Was it Sanchez for
Yeah.
Cess?
Sanchez for success. Didn't he do a double one though at the time?
I
And
don't know.
Winks for
Winks coming on for Bentancur. I don't know. And Stevie B for Son, maybe. I think that was
yeah.
the three. If anyone in the chat could confirm or deny, I was kind of in a world of pain because I was sat there going, "Oh my God, Winks is coming on." I just forgot everything about what was.
You didn't invite Sean again, did you? Because I've noticed he's in the chat.
Yeah, I did. I forgot, and
You
then I
forgot to
said
give him the link again.
I forgot to give him the link again. But I sent him it. But he's taking Bugsy out. So
Okay.
morning, Sean. All one
Sean.
word, as Kubrick said. Congratulations. Actually, while we're here, congratulations to Sean. Spurs Talk Show, all one word. 1,000 subscribers, and a big up to Iggy, Stel,
Look,
JP,
on
um,
4K.
Jacob, Michael for Tottenham away and 4,000 subscribers. Not so much Stel because he was going to cook
He's
me, but
cooking apparently. He's too
yeah,
busy
he's
cooking.
cooking. He's gone too early. He's gone too early. But look, um, getting to 1,000 is an achievement. All one word. Absolutely, absolutely. But look, we are still fifth. We are 4 points behind Arsenal. Seeing those scummy faces smiling and giving just absolute, denying all knowledge. I absolutely went in on a couple last night and I said, look at the gifts that you've been given, and they were like, what gifts? What gifts have we had? And I said, Chelsea, their team selection and all 4 goals. Man United, why Ronaldo isn't taking the penalty, and then Leeds yesterday, just absolutely
Yeah.
upset me. And then obviously, then we're all talking about the Newcastle game, hoping that Newcastle are going to do something, or Everton. Newcastle go and get smashed 5-0. I watched
Yeah, they're
that
playing at
game.
home though. They're playing at home the last
Yeah,
game of the
yeah, yeah.
season, isn't it?
So, well, we just need to hope that, for me, the most important thing, and we'll come to it in a minute, because I just need to visit the little boy's room. So Al will have to fill the gaps quickly. So yeah, Al, we can have a
No,
little
no, no, no. We're not having
no.
no, 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 no. I'm still suffering from Thursday night on that one.
Oh yeah, right. I'll be
Yeah.
back. 2 seconds.
Right, where were we, people? Where were we? Well, we was talking about Arsenal throwing everything. Al's toast review. It was lovely this morning. It had the perfect Christmas with a decent amount of butter on, topped with my golden shred. You can't beat golden shred. There are other marmalades available. Just don't let me have them because I won't eat them. They're bloody awful. The wife actually asked me the other day. She says, "Do you want to try the Tesco's home brand?" And I looked at her and she says, "No, you don't." So yes. The orangeness. I don't know. There's not a lot left in there, Rez. I need to buy another pot. But it tastes. I've had it since I was a little boy. Dad used to always put marmalade on my toast in the morning before I went to school, before I went to work. Oh, you're back. Come on, let's go on with it.
What are we talking about? Marmalade
Marmalade.
emergencies.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
marmalade
So
emergency.
back pages. Back pages. Let's have a look. Back pages. Let's have a look. What's going on? So, still Kings of the Castle, Man City. Toon demolition job is perfect hangover tonic, but Pep sure Liverpool will have the nation's backing. Wow,
Yeah.
that's an interesting one. Old Lego head. Let's finish the job off at Spurs. Ultimately, if we don't get anything other than a win, top four is done, and they could, come to White Hart Lane, win, and then they would have got top four.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
That
don't
would
we don't want to even think about
that would be
that.
painful. Very, very painful.
Guardiola again makes title dig as Super City extend lead at the top. The Times, no, the Guardian. Sorry, the People want Liverpool. And then the
And don't get me
Daily.
wrong, Bal,
Uh,
on that bit about people wanting Liverpool, you got to remember a lot of people don't want Man City because of what Man City are. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people do want Liverpool. It's
yeah,
because of Man City. You know, they're not there without. They've spent over 2.5 billion since they come into the money. So
yeah,
that's why people don't want it because Man City are only there for one reason, and that's through the money. Newcastle will be the same excuse in a few more years
yeah,
because of the money. Yeah. However much I hate Liverpool because I had to put up with them dominating the late 70s and 80s. At least well, I say they used to dominate it. Perhaps Litwoods were behind their money then, but you know, it's not like today. You know,
yeah,
Liverpool has spent they spend big, they spend wisely, but they don't. It's not been run by a country or a dirty organisation or whatever.
yeah. So now, and there's also a thing of there's also Gunner's own shot of Spurs, and obviously pick of the bunch. Jordan Pickford's had a blinder again yesterday, 2 games in a row, and Everton seemingly are dragging themselves out with Leeds dropping back in. So interesting to see. We were talking about potential replacements, and people were talking about Pickford for
Well, I think
Hugo.
Leeds. Yeah, I think be honest with you, I won't be shocked if it's between Leeds and Burnley now. Anyway, Leeds look terrible, and they've lost one of
No, but we
they've
don't
lost
want that.
Dallas. I
Well, we
know we don't want that. I know we don't want that. But what I'm saying is, but Leeds have lost Ayling for the rest of the season because of that booking. They were without Stuart Dallas, so Leeds are near enough as good as out of the bloody thing. And they're playing Chelsea, who that's the only thing the crowd could be up for that one because it always used to be a massive game back in the 80s.
yeah,
But I've something tells me that Leeds and Burnley are in trouble, big trouble again now because Burnley have apparently. I don't know how long they're out for, but both Tarkowski and me won't be playing against us.
yeah. They lost both defenders, didn't they?
Both, yeah. So and they've got no Brownhill, no Rodriguez, who's a pesky little player. So and I think Vidra's injured. Is it Vidra? They're forward. So to be honest with you, in some sense, they're getting a bit of a comeuppance because they had hardly any players to play us when it snowed, and they couldn't get the pitch clear. Now
Yeah.
it could back play. Now it looks like we're going to be playing them without half their team missing. So
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Apparently, City's big money deal with Borussia Dortmund for Erling Haaland could be announced next week. Barcelona want to sign Man City's Portugal midfielder Bernardo Silva. Liverpool are ahead of Real Madrid and Chelsea in the race to sign Monaco's 22-year-old France midfielder Aurelien
yeah.
Tchouameni. Don't know whether I've pronounced that correctly. Apparently, Inter Milan are now not looking to sell Lautaro Martinez, even though I think they've got about 18 strikers on their books. What else is happening? David Beckham hopes Portugal forward Cristiano Ronaldo will remain at Old Trafford next season. Has told his teammates he will stay if Eric Ten Hag wants him. Atletico Madrid are keen on Manchester United's 24-year-old English fullback Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What else is happening? Bournemouth want Man United's England keeper Dean Henderson. What do you think of Dean Henderson? Do you think I would? You think he'd be any good? I mean, obviously he had the chance and then didn't really take it at United. Or what are your thoughts on Dean Henderson? Potential backup for Hugo?
Well, they're both Henderson and the one that plays for West Brom. They're both getting like towards their 30s.
Yeah,
Oh, how old is Henderson? Henderson is quite old, isn't he? Or oldish. in late
Yeah.
20s. At the end of the day, I don't know whether any of them. It'd be nice to have seen them play a good part of the season to get to know. You know what I mean? With West Brom, West Brom looked really strong at the start of the season, and then they've gone backwards. So yeah, all right, defence not scoring goals, but the goalkeeper's not keeping them out as well. Oh,
Yeah.
Henderson's only 25. Cheers. Um,
But do you think he was at Bournemouth before, wasn't he? When they were in the Premier League before, so
who?
I think that's where that link was. Henderson, he was at Bournemouth before.
No, Sheffield United.
Oh, was he?
Sheffield
Oh,
United. He
okay.
played at Sheffield United on loan.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Or was that Ramsdale? I don't know. I don't know.
Ramsdale played for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
He was.
Here's one that I don't know whether anyone else has heard. Tottenham are facing a challenge from Bundesliga and Serie A sides for Hellas Verona's 27-year-old Czech Republic midfielder Antonin Barak.
Who's he?
I don't know. That's a new one to throw into the mix with the next 400,000 players that we're going to be linked with.
Well, come on. I mean, before the sale of the season tickets sales finished,
Yeah,
we were hearing like half decent names. Now we're getting into the ones that you like never heard of, so you wouldn't have a clue.
yeah. I mean, there's two players now, which will be interesting. So Leicester City are resigned to losing a host of key players during the summer, with clubs circling for 25-year-old Belgian midfielder Yuri Tielemans, 25-year-old England midfielder James Maddison, and 24-year-old England winger Harvey Barnes. So, I mean, I'd take all three if I'm honest. But
Well, I'll definitely take Tielemans and Barnes. I don't like. I know Madison has his times, this and that, but I don't like the geezer. He's this
so you heard
Tottenham
it
too much.
first,
He's
Tottenham.
this Tottenham too much.
Don't go for Maddison because Alan doesn't like the geezer. Quote.
He's this Spurs too much. He's dissed us. And anyone that's dissed us, yeah. And what he done, what he was putting out there about Gareth Bale, you know, when he was playing for Spurs.
And the final one, former Chelsea and Tottenham manager Andre Villas-Boas could become Morocco coach.
I thought he was retiring
which may
years
pave the
ago.
way for Chelsea forward Hakim Ziyech's return to the Morocco fold.
Now, I thought he was going to retire quite a while back and take up like go-karting or whatever it was he was meant to be doing, racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's done well to really last this long, hasn't he? Perhaps do they sack him from the go-karting? I don't know.
I don't know. Just going back to yesterday's, I don't know where else you saw a bit more Tottenham news. Tottenham are set to sign West Brom and England goalkeeper Sam Johnston after Man United decided not to go ahead with the move. I think that one's kind of going to be I think that's going to be a done deal. It's a free. We'll have to wait and see. But Tottenham have also been given encouragement that Villarreal and Spain centre-back Pau Torres could be available for 10 million below his release clause of 55 million.
I'll still take De Vrij myself.
Yeah. Well, we need De Vrij be what, 15 million or
something like that in the region,
something like that. So yeah. So what are we going to talk about next? What have we got next? I can't remember. What are we going to talk about? Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this statement that was breaking news as we literally came on air. So, the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust have released a statement this morning about the chanting at Anfield yesterday, and I will read it word for word. So, singing about the opposition has long been a feature of English football, and we are reluctant to tell fans how they should support the team. Nevertheless, we, as in the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust Board, were disappointed to hear the sign-on chant at Saturday's away match at Anfield. Poverty and joblessness are not fair game for banter. There is a cost of living crisis throughout England, including in London. Our club represents an area and community with the fastest growing rate of unemployment in the country. We are rightly proud of our away support and we want it to be noticed for positive reasons. For most of the game at Anfield, our fans gave superb backing to a great team performance. Spurs fans have provided financial backing to Marine FC on Merseyside and regularly contribute to food banks and community initiatives in London. This is what we are about. The sign-on chant is not what we're about. We are Tottenham Hotspur. We're better than that. What a crock of shit.
Every team has songs about every area they go. I mean, like, yeah, I bet you don't see it with Liverpool. Like every time Liverpool play Man United, and go to their ground, they're singing about Munich. When Man United go to Liverpool, they're singing about the '96 or '97. Unfortunately, you're never going to control people through a TAHS statement that 90% of the people that there's a big percentage of people that don't even want to listen to them because they don't feel like they do enough. I don't know because I've only ever asked them one. I'm not a member, but I asked them to do something once. They sent me an email back saying we will have words, but I doubt we'd be able to do anything.
But for me, right, and this comes around the singing about the Y word, calling Chelsea rent boys, the sign on. I mean, exactly, and like Sean says, we're Tottenham Hotspur. We'll sing what we want, and that's the biggest thing. It's another thing that the trust or the board or other people are just so delusional in the fact that, okay, we get it. We know that there's a crisis at the moment with fuel and energy and everything going up. But these fans have paid their money. There's no racial intent by it. There's no, they're just singing a song at football. And what we're supposed to do now when we go to a game of football, we're not allowed to sing anything. We're not allowed to say the referee's a wanker. We're not allowed to say all of this stuff. I mean, what we're supposed to do? Get there and be like the West Stand and just clap and go, "Well done, chaps! Well done, chaps!" Apologies, Rez. I know you sit in the West Stand, but
and you do know where we are on Thursday, don't you?
Well, I'm going to tear that West Stand apart. The West Stand don't know what's hit them. That's what it doesn't know, does it? Eh? We can't, like Coover's just said. One day we'll be told not to cheer a goal in case it makes someone feel bad. I mean, this is just utter ridiculous. What's going to happen on Thursday at the Arsenal game? We're not allowed to. They're going to be. They're going to be singing what they're going to be singing, and sorry, we won't sing that because the Supporters Trust might come out and make a statement. I mean, why don't they make a statement about other things? But they have to make a statement on something that's completely irrelevant in the terms of football. It just really winds me up. And all those people that are sat there and bigging it up. Now, look, I'm sure, like you said, Al, the Supporters Trust have do a lot for, they have done a lot for disability fans and people that have got in contact. And I'm not saying that they don't do anything. But just at what point do you sit there after the game and you think, oh, did you hear that song? Oh, yeah, I think we need to have a board meeting. Oh, yeah, I think we need to release a statement. I mean, what the hell,
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even hear it, so...
No, and you can hear our fans pretty much all game. So I don't know whether someone's just latched onto it and just gone, well, let's create a bit of noise around it. I mean, it's just absolute nonsense in my point of view, and I just don't understand. And interestingly enough, going back to when they to the Newcastle game when the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust arranged a protest against the Newcastle owners. So they'll arrange a protest against the Newcastle owners, but they won't get involved in a protest about our owners. I think only about 4 or 5 people turned up. So I'm sure they reported that 4,000 people turned up. But now they know what it's like in terms of organising a protest. But Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, and all those that love to be in bed with them. Last word on Spurs. I'm calling you out here. Give your head a wobble. You know, give your head a wobble. Jesus Christ. So anyway, let's move on because I'm getting wound up. I feel like I'm going on getting a bit on a Rez's rant here. I'll leave Rez to do that rant, not this week. So Thursday, the big game under the lights, North London derby. We're going to be there, Al. I'm going to be looking
Yeah.
after you, or you're going to be looking after me. I don't really know
Or
what's
we'll
going to
just be looking
happen.
after everyone.
A
Oh no, I
Titanic
can't do that. You spent my
Thursday.
money last time.
You can't. You get. If anyone wants to, Al, where are we going to be in case anyone wants to come and meet you and buy you a beer?
I don't know what bar we're going to be in because we're in a totally different place to where I usually would go. So who knows? Who knows? I'm getting there early myself at 4:00 because I promised to do a show with the three Spurs boys from outside the stand.
Yeah, so we'll
So
be there. Me and Al will be there about 4:00. We'll do it. We're not obviously going to have a show on Thursday night. We are going to do. Maybe we'll have time to upload the pre-game video. There will be some halftime and post-match content. Obviously, when we win, it's going to absolutely go off. And then I don't know where I'm going to be found. I could be found in a ditch. I could be found in. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't need to worry about
I know where I'm going to be found.
coming home. I just wherever I leave my hat, that will be my home, as the song says. So, what are your thoughts out on Thursday?
I hate this fixture more than any fixture. From the minute the Liverpool final whistle went, my stomach goes vroom, vroom. I just hate Liverpool. Arsenal game. I hate the Arsenal game. It just makes me
Yeah,
so nervous. And the annoying thing is I've had to go through it twice this year because they cancelled it lastminute.com last time, didn't they? So
yeah, they did.
yeah.
Well, this is my first North London derby.
Well, the last two I went to was when Arsenal used to shit show us and beat us every time, and we managed to draw 2-2, but drew all 1-1 both times. So this is the first time. It's the first time I've been to see Spurs Arsenal since 2003, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm buzzing. I'm going to be like a kid in a candy shop. Obviously, some might say that I spend too much time in the candy shop, but
If you enjoy if you enjoy candy, kids,
I'm literally,
eat it.
yeah. I'm not being funny, right? I'm not being funny. I'm literally going in. I'm going in on all those Arsenal fans when we win. I'm literally, you know how I normally get. Sleeping on the balcony, party round reses, whatever happens. And I just cannot wait. I'm going to be in pieces for days, but I don't care because they're not coming. They're not coming to White Hart Lane on Thursday and getting anything. We're going to absolutely, like Rez said on We Are Tottenham TV, they're going to come here and we're going to. I'm in the balcony with Danny and Sean. You're now in the fridge. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm looking. Look, I'm really looking forward to it. I know it means it's got so, unfortunately, with everything, it's got a lot riding on it. We need to win to get back within a point.
Yeah,
If they win,
it's a must-win game.
then obviously top four's done. I mean, well, it's not really. It potentially depends on what Chelsea do, but it would make it incredibly difficult. And look, until it's mathematically impossible for us to finish in the top four, then I'm still going to believe. I know that there's some people out there, Stelios, that think we're deluded, but yeah, look, I'm starting to feel. Look, I wish it was Wednesday when we said at the top of the show because I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous, that little bit of excitement. Counting down the days. I mean, it's nearly, it's just gone 11 o'clock here in the UK. So, no kids until Wednesday, so I'm going to be like I don't know, pacing around, waiting for things to happen. And we just need to wait and see. There's going to be a lot of YouTubers there, so it'll be good to all meet up. I know a lot of people are going early, staying late, staying out, doing whatever the mood takes us. Not turning up for work on the Friday. So please, Tottenham Hotspur, do not ruin this for us. This is the one game that matters more than anything else. And look,
I can't stay late. I'm being
I
a
know
good
you
boy.
can't now. Look, if we don't get top four, but we beat them, then we beat them. No one was talking about top four when we beat City. No one was talking about top four when Conte came in and we were ninth. I think I was predicting we'd finish 8th, 9th, and 10th. So look, we're guaranteed 5th. We're guaranteed Europa. Let's just keep it going. I'm doing the watch along on We Are Tottenham TV for the Burnley game, and I was almost doing a Sky Sports predicting that that's when top four would be decided, and I would love that something happens that
we don't want it to be decided now, though, do we? In some sense, because if it only gets decided one way.
Yeah. Oh, Coover, I'd love that. Could you imagine a stoppage time goal in the final game of the season settles it? It could be an Aguero moment. It could be, it's still going to go down. I think that, like we said, the top four and the champ and the whoever wins the league is going to go down. It's going to go down to the wire. Relegation's pretty much sewn up, and that will be in the next couple of games. But I think the top four and whoever wins the league is going to go right down to the wire. There could be an Aguero style moment in both fixtures or all the games that are going to affect it. But we just need to get behind the fans, get behind the players. The fans need to get behind the players, and just absolutely annihilate them, make them feel uncomfortable. They've never been in that stadium with a full crowd, and that will, normally there's games, and yes, we will boil the flesh from their bones. Normally there's still tickets available. There's not been tickets for the last 5 days. There's none that have been coming up. And you know me, the king of the tickets, old Del boy. I'm checking, and there's absolutely nothing. So for everyone that's going, get there early if you can. Stay late if you can. And just get behind the players. Like Carl Simpson's just said, I want it to be Thursday now. Everything that kind of happens, and we need to make noise. We make noise for 90 minutes. I don't care. We don't go quiet. We don't start groaning and moaning and everything else. We make that ground the fortress that it should be. I've even got goosebumps just talking about it. So, we will see you there. And like we said earlier, there won't be a show. Welcome, Iggy. Better late than never. Just as we're wrapping up, Al, where can we find you this week? Because I heard you.
We have got a bit of breaking news.
Oh, okay. An update on Graham Roberts.
Yeah, an update on Graham Roberts. Unfortunately, due to the Glasgow Rangers being in the final of the Europa League final, Graham Roberts will now be in Seville and not on Shelfside Spurs.
It's unbelievable. How can he choose to go watch a European final and not be on our show?
I know. But we apologise for the inconvenience. At the moment, he's also going in for another operation in June. So June is going to be out the way. So we're more likely to try and sort something out for later on in the pre-season, or definitely by sometime in the start of next season.
Okay. So, sorry, Kuva. Anyway, Al, where can we find you this week? Because I understand you've taken mine and Rez's whoring levels to a whole new division, a whole new atmosphere, and out of this world. Carl, sorry, we may do a late night show from the balcony after the match. We may do. So where are you? Alan is streaming everywhere he goes. So where are you going to be, Alan?
Well, tonight I'm hoping to be on Tottenham away with young Iggy, JP, and I wish I had your utensils because I think Stell needs a bit of cooking.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night, I've got the pleasure of going on Tottenham on tour to
Jesus
do their
Christ.
little show.
Proper whoring yourselves out with all the
Yeah.
big channels. So Monday night, Tottenham away.
No Eugene
Tuesday,
though this
Tottenham on
week.
tour. And what else?
No
Anything else?
Eugene this week, so I'm gutted. No Eugene. And then the one that I'm really looking forward to more than anything, outside the stadium, I'm doing a little interview with the 3 Spurs boys. So I'm going to be questioned.
So Iggy, he's not excited to be on your show tonight. Brian Daigle, he's not, and Danny and Adam and Brian Owen, he's not excited to be on your show on Tuesday night. He's just excited to be with Bobby Kay and
you boys have already hit the top. You boys are already 4K. You don't need me to boost your ratings. These boys, they are new. They are new. I'm helping them try and get to 200 and then hopefully 300 and 400.
So yes, Al can be found everywhere he goes. Like we said, all the other people in the chat today, Sean from Spurs Talk Show, all one word. Iggy from Tottenham on tour. No, Tottenham away. Got that wrong. Sorry, Iggy. Tottenham away. Congratulations, like we said, with those 2 shows. 4K subscribers on Tottenham away. 1,000 on Spurs Talk Show. Hashtag all one word. In case you don't go, you get it wrong. Kuva, Carl, Iggy, where's Sophie? Because I haven't seen her in the chat. Kuva, Carl, V12, Chris Agenbar, Mr. Kaufman. Head over to Ben's show a little bit later. Who else? SH Spurs 1. And I think that's it. Coach TPM, Young Puddy. And that is about it. So I said V12. Don't get all the bloody emotional in the back room there. So yeah, we might have a show late night. Thank you. We might have a late night show on Thursday. We're going to try and get you some content. Either way, you can find me. Actually, I don't think I'm doing anything this week, which is a bit of a surprise. I'll leave Alan to do the whoring out. And everything else this week. You will find us at the ground. Do come and say hello. We did see a couple of you at the last game. So do come and say hello. Your support, your love is greatly appreciated. Al, any last words from you?
No, just thank you for being with us again this morning and putting up with us.
Yeah, believe me, we having to put up with each other is bad enough.
Yeah,
so thank you for putting up. Thank you for putting up. Thank you for putting up with us. So yeah, guys and girls, we'll see you for those going to the North London Derby on Thursday. I'm sure you'll see us on another stream if we can get in a word in edgeways with Alan, as he's taken whoring duties. Eugene, just seen you in. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Lots of love. Please like and comment. Head over to all the other channels. Let's get us above 500 before I have to do some stupid forfeit, which I feel like I'm going to have to do. And we'll maybe talk about that on next week's show. But
I apologise, people. I can't do one because there's very little I can do that will cause me a lot of pain. Shut your face, you. Just get a tattoo on your head. Just get a tattoo on your head there. Look.
Tattoo on my head. Yeah, Al does what he likes. He does what he likes. Like he's... Oh, I thought you were doing it. No? You were just doing the outro, no?
I'm going to the Newcastle game, and it'd be great to meet you guys. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. Because I have to get there. I'll get there around about 2:30, but I'm going to try and get there earlier. So I don't get bumped about or anything. I usually go into the west near the media shop. I go up one level, and I usually have me something to eat there by the first grill bar, and it's actually in the west stand.
I walk into a stand and people just buy me drinks. It's quite pleasant.
And every time they've always gone, no, Alan, put your wallet away. Like I usually do the driving.
I'll be absolutely shit-faced by half-time.
People, I just let you know, is I only ever have one drink.
I'll get up about 3 o'clock, go on Spursuasion with Eugene, and then in the afternoon I like to go on Tommy Talk. How's life?
Hey, I'm nothing like him.
You can't go on Persuasion this afternoon, and maybe you'll go on Tommy Talks Ball.
No, I'm not on Tommy. I don't go on Monday nights. Because Chris does it, doesn't he, on Monday? Chris does it on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Anyway,
How's Laura?
that's it. Anyway, we're still live, Al. So, Rez, is there anything you wanted to talk about, or we can just say bye-bye to everyone? Let us know, because I'm a bit confused. Don't worry, Right Heart Lane. You can go back and watch it. I'm a bit confused now.
Right Heart Lane. I left you a message on the previous show in the YouTube talk. You was asking.
Anyway, chaps, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Al. And come on, you Spurs.
Take care, people. Stay safe. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. Meet him again. I don't mind. No, Alan, put your wallet away. Meet him again. I don't mind. No, Alan, put your wallet away. Meet him again. I don't mind. 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 Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. Put your wallet away. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind. I know I've already met Nick, but I can meet him again. I don't mind.